Good morning, happy Friday. Thank you so much for joining me for another Saints and Angels Oracle deck reading for our week to come, as well as for our month to come. This week is the first Friday for July 2024, and so we'll have two cards, our weekly Saints and Angels, and also pull a theme from my tarot deck for the whole month to come. And so that's what we're doing. Thanks for joining me. As I said, today is the first Friday. It is the 5th of July. What a great day and number to kick July off with. Fun and free for the kind of summer energies and, well, in my part of the world at least. But yeah. Anyways. Doesn't matter the place of the world that you're at. The July time of year around here and globally that we're seeing anyways is really amplified. It's kicking up gear. It's sort of that boiling time where whether it's hot or not, for you temperature-wise, it is sort of like you're in the hot seat and the world is certainly feeling the heat as it's going right now. Certainly we're seeing the water boiling, in the boil the frog metaphor, which I've been talking about so much lately. I just can't help but just keep mentioning it and saying it because, it really feels like very true to the now. But anyways, the point for today is not to speculate on things from my point of view, right? But to look at for the cards and to see what we can receive for messages for the week to come from the cards. A little bit of a clearer channel, right? And so I think this morning I will get going with a little grounding, centering. Just noticed the commercial was going to turn on, so that worked perfectly. Perfect timing. To get yourself comfortable if you'd like to. I'm going to do just a quick sort of walkthrough. It's not actually, a hypnosis or anything, so if you're doing something else, that's fine. Basically just a walkthrough to become a good audience and to center our minds, bodies, and spirits, sort of align them, calm down and relax so that we can really absorb the messages from the cards and allow them to sink in and even perhaps pop up later throughout the month, right, or throughout the week in ways that we didn't expect when we first heard them because they've had a time to sort of, soak in, and become or sprout like seeds inside of you, and they're in your own ways that make sense to you, your body, your set and setting, the roles that you play in your life. I'm just going to have a bit of water before I get started and get myself comfortable. If you'd like to get yourself comfortable as well, I am going to close my eyes. You're welcome to close yours as well. You don't have to if you don't want to. But sometimes it's kind of offsetting to watch a video with somebody with like their eyes shut. I don't know what I look like then. But whatever. It is what it is, right? So yes, get comfortable seated or just become conscious whatever you're doing. If you're doing something else, just try to take the words in and pay more attention to exactly what you're doing. Pay more attention to your own physical body for a minute. Become more mindful in your practice of whatever you're doing. Be conscious of your awareness and everything around you and what you're interacting with at the moment. And really take a minute to drop in to your present moment. As I close my eyes, and you can too. As always, we'll start with the breath. Best, most basic starting place. Breathing in and out. And just noticing what type of breath your body needs right now. and just giving it that wonderful gift of truly listening and responding with care. Feel where the air on the inhale flows naturally. Help it to get there. And let the exhale release naturally. Let it go as it may. Feel the next breath being called forth. Notice what it feels like. What does it sound like? Is it desperate, drawing in quickly, needing a lot to fulfill? Can you make it calm and quiet, easy and fluid? Just the right amount for you. Notice the pause and retention needed between the breaths. Listen to what it is asking for. Maybe the exhale and that letting go, that drawing in and retention that happens can relax in a bit before it needs to call another breath. Hear the inhale coming towards you. Breathe it in. Feel the nutrients, energy, light, and love soaking in as you hold that inwards breath. When you're done breathing in, when you've had just enough for this breath, the comfortable top, hold for just a minute. Feel the sensations, the nutrients, energy being received, all those tiny processes from the toes to the fingers to the very tip of your nose, the crown of your head, your earlobes, all the tiniest places even. Receiving exactly what they need on that inward breath. And once you've had enough, let that exhale cascade out, washing away, taking with it all that no longer serves, leaving that dry beach, leaving you empty for a moment. Just to hear and call forth at your own pace and desire that new inhale that is needed as it is needed this time around. For Each breath cycle is new. Each breath itself is different. And yet the pattern is the same. Inhale, retain, receive, let go on the exhale, release and allow, retain, and then inhale, call forth, draw in, receive, retain, hold, absorb, soak in, receive, retain, and let go, release, allow, exhale, retain. The threshold again to call forth new, fresh breath. It's simple. It's repetitious. And yet, ever changing, ever moving and flowing. This complex, yet simple notion and truth, ever-changing cycle and handing off. The figure 8 symbol of infinity, a circle twisted upon itself. United, ever-flowing, yin and yang, give and take, in and out, light and dark.
Kind of feels like everyone's trying to copy the phone.
Kind of feels like being interrupted. Let it go. And laugh it off. The disruptions can be part of transmutation and working. Like a catalyst, like a rock dropped in a beautiful river thrown by a child. Laugh it off. As the river knows it is ever flowing, and it's meant to cascade ripples and change, to be disrupted by catalytic, sometimes possibly even negatively aligned intrusions of infringement. We thank you even for your contribution and for impeding on the boundaries of sacred quietness, reminding us that there is joy in upheaval. There can be found laughter and funness, adventure, mystery and curiosity in disruptions, in unexpected, unwanted, kind of negative things. And all we have to do, again, what beautiful knowledge and wisdom in this live action working practice. I thank you for being a part of it. For after, what do we do as self, as a river, as ever-flowing eternal flame? When we are disrupted by a breeze or a rock thrown, we remember the eternal cycle of the breath. We reunite with it and slide back with a flash of surrender into calm stillness, into that ever-present, present moment, into that great partnership that is the cycle of the breath, in and out. Take a moment to reconnect to yours. As quick as you can. shake it off a little and let it go. Ground down into your beautiful physical body, into your mind space electric body, into your spiritual plasma flowing effervescent body. Feel all three multidimensional, pulsating, alive, beautiful light prism, energy, body vessel that we are. Take a moment to feel yours, to connect to your breath once again. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Feel gratitude for this great gift of this adventure of life. This great gift of the physical body vessel, being alive in the now, taking time to do a practice like this, taking time for yourself, to love yourself enough, to pause and listen, to be open vessel, to hear messages meant for you, to connect deeply into your direct world, your inner world, to serve yourself and all those around you, as well as the great whole, as best as you can, to your highest capability, for that's all we are all working towards. I thank you for joining me. Maybe you'd like to bring your hands together in prayer, or at your heart center even. Just feel them more firmly as you sit. Give thanks to yourself as I feel your gratitude, and I thank you for it. Take a final moment to just prepare to open your eyes. I'm going to ring my beautiful bell here as we get ready to open our eyes. Wonderful. Okay. So, first, we're going to open up the tarot and see what we have for our message for this month to come. And as I just take my deck out, I'd like to just quickly say thank you so much to our saints and angels, yes, to our ancestors and the ascended masters, to all the ancient ones, to all those beings of higher density and frequency who witness and observe our beautiful journey here, who are just as much a part of it as we are. To all those fairies, elementals, all those workings of Mother Earth, God's source of infinite intelligence, for so many spectrums of conscious awareness, we thank you for your presence, for your divine influences, and for your audience. We know you feel our thanks. We thank you for yours. And we ask if you could give us, through these beautiful cards, words of advice, guidance, to follow as leadership or as a North Star point, as a hearkening, as the chorus to our song that we can reunite with and circle back to throughout the entire month. A working for us individually, as well as a collective working that we will be working through, that we can hearken to in our direct worlds to help with the transitions. We thank you, thank you, thank you. Now I'm going to shuffle my deck here. Ooh, I do feel it. This is it. Very poppy, very jumpy. Let's see. Wow. The King of Rods. Oops, sorry for the glare. Let's see if I can get a picture without it. Look at the discernment. I love this. As the crown. The foresight, the eagle, like the wisdom of it with the wings spread back. It's like, hearkening to the soaring. What a powerful message for the month of July, for the month that we're in, for it being, like I said, a fiery, passionate month in general, and for the time being in the collective, for the amplification that we have going on. This is going to be a month of power. This is a month to showcase your powers. The rods in themselves have to do with your passionate powers, the way that you manifest, co-create the magic in your life. The things that are have to do with, like the sovereign creations that you're involved in. And the King, of course, is always about mastery. It's always that top card in the 4 seasons of the lessons that roll through the minor arcana. And when we see the King, also we have to remember it's almost like a 9 card. It's a completion sort of card, right? It's a threshold card. It's a card that lets us know that the things that have been going on in the past, we've built lots of wisdom up to. We're sort of up to here with the trash of the past. And lots of stuff that's already happened, it's coming to a point where it's going to be new, or it's going to be, pushing forward on things that in an uncomfortable way, calling forth a real recognition that sometimes comes with the more negative aspects of the king, of the authority figure, of sort of the father figure, or the ultimate judge who steps in and says, this is your charge, here's your lifetime sentence, goodbye, and sort of does their gavel on it, and it's like the end of the thing, on a bad thing, because final judgment is here. That is a slice of the pie that king can represent, and does, and should be able to, because it's a multifaceted archetype of divine masculine energy. So there is that aspect of it, and there's the potential of it. And if you look around in the world today, it's kind of like what's being amplified and being asked for. So we'll see if that comes through to fruition in some ways throughout the month. On a personal level as well, remember that sort of whatever you feel like is the culmination of all of your lessons, of things that you've been really called for a purpose to work on. Hard lessons, life lessons. It could be bad habits you're trying to break. It could be projects and dreams you're trying to bring to fruition. All of those kinds of things have to do with the King of Rods. So pay attention to those and really work to honor them and cast the type of judgments that you feel align with what you're seeking, align with your highest good and your most honest morality and ethics, right? I feel like that's going to be the messages, and that's going to be the things called at hand for the month. Wow. It's going to be very, very, very intriguing, very curious to see the whole month through saints and angels to come out, and what our beautiful guides would love to call forth for our weekly points of alchemy work, and for these really direct world ways, that we can, that we can implement and focus on, the many different aspects of the King of Rods sort of umbrella concept. So now we'll ask our beautiful saints and angels if they could please put a cherry on top for our readings here and offer us graciously beautiful support or advice or guidance for working in our direct world here in this week to come, July 5th, as we move through almost into the second week of July. We thank you so much for your inspirations and your unique additions. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The excitement and the laughter. It's so funny how it pops in and out for me lately. It's and I see others too as well. The direct connect, the amplification of listening, and the great happiness available that really is in the spirit realm. This is it. Oh, is it too? It is. Is becoming louder. It's so much lighter, and the transitions of everything with the gross body movements, cosmetology, speaking astrologically in the light that's available on Earth, and as well as Mother Earth's great work that she has been doing, her ascension and stepping it up, connects are louder and more available. And I have been really, really receiving lots of louder information in ways that are more tangible that I wasn't previously receiving, that have become great confirmation for myself to really start speaking and allow and affirming for others in the correct organic affirmations that we should be embodying our own unique ways to reach into our own partnership with your spirit, with your higher self, with your guides and angels, because the connects are stronger now. And if you choose to listen and strengthen them, they are going to pick up quickly. And you're gonna feel the pullback. You're gonna feel the hand grab you, and you're gonna feel it in ways in your own world that say, "Wow, I feel that, and I'm held, and I'm known, and I'm shown, and I'm helped." It's really gonna help. So let's see here. We've got. Oh my goodness. Well, first and foremost, we have our. Oh, well, I already surprised. We've got our new card, Be Brave, our new card. But we have our reoccurring theme with marriage. St. Catherine of Alexandria, she's like a star role here that keeps coming up and up. Not surprisingly, because the Reconnect with Twin Flames, 144,000, the soul essences of divine masculine and feminines becoming ignited and remembering their paths and each other and seeking each other out, is more and more over the last couple of decades. And we have to remember also it's kind of a slow thing. So, but it is and has been happening, and now kind of it's being shown because more and more collectively the is and was be happenings over the years have now become a sort of dominating average mean. And it's almost like we are taking precedence over the other sort of mean of darkness that used to be the habitual sort of homeostasis of negativity in the frequency. Well, it's lighter and brighter, and also the frequencies are brighter. The communications and the groups of partnerships are becoming stronger and being called together even louder, and that's assisting, and it's just making everything that much more clear, So we need to continue to be brave. We need to hearken into our strong marriages and relationships, and to do the good work that needs to be done for them, for ourselves, and for our partner, and for the relationship itself. And if for some reason you're questioning yours, or you haven't found yours and you're seeking it, be brave and know that things will and are always working to your highest good. They really are. Heard a great quote the other day about knowing that life is like a dance, and that even the steps backwards that seem like you're going backwards negatively are backwards motions in the dance, and they have a purpose to the whole flow and the overall movement. And so we shouldn't be judging them by the first person view of saying, "Oh, at this moment I'm stepping backwards, that's bad." Actually it's part of the movement of the flow of the dance, And I was saying that in my numerology course book as well, when I made walk through sequential growth and talking about getting out of saying ascension and descension with having these negative and positive connotations of good and bad tying in emotions of you're a bad person to that kind of stuff. And to being able to say, well, I'm taking a step back to hearken into, my foundation and to reignite my sovereignty and to reignite the truths of the project and get to the roots of it to strengthen it so that when I step back into the place setting that I'm at and the level that I've made it to, it's stronger, it's better, it works more, it has more clear working. And so I'm going to stop babbling myself with my own interpretations, and I'm going to read Be Brave. Since we've had marriage recently, perhaps during the week I'll put in, if I can and if I'm not too busy, I'll try to put the blurbs up about marriage as well, just for anybody who might be new or who has missed the marriage cards in the past or would like to just hear it again, because every time we hear them, we hear new things. You're walking up to each day and each moment with some new circumstances behind you coming up to that moment. So you could hear something that could be new in a new way, right? I'll try to remember to do that. 15, be brave. Although it may feel as if you are unsafe or in the dark, your guardian angel assures you that you are completely safe, protected, and guided. Don't be fooled by illusions of fear. Instead, be courageous and shore up your personal strength. There is a blessing in the situation, and by focusing on finding the benefit, you're sure to discover it. Someone by whom you're presently intimidated by will soon prove to be your loyal ally. Do your best to see God within everyone, within every situation, and within yourself. There's truly nothing to fear in these circumstances. It's actually an opportunity for you to grow stronger and more experienced, and to develop higher self-esteem. Don't run from conflict, but face it with grace and love. Pray and ask for heavenly help, and it's assured. This situation will resolve itself rapidly in a miraculous way. Your role is to stay positive, speak your truth, and be brave. Wow. Beautiful. I'm going to leave it there. The cards say it so well. So I hope you have a beautiful Friday, beautiful weekend. If you're American, happy belated 4th of July. Bless you in your lives. Bless you no matter where in the world you are, no matter what day of year it is. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll talk to you soon.